Have you ever think of how you can be able to fund your business process, your idea? Because these are major challenges that a lot of business owner and the newcomer who are like newbies who are coming to the world of entrepreneur, they always worry about how can they fund their ideas? How can they get a funding for their business process? Now I'm going to challenge you that there's so many ways in which you can get funding or you can be able to raise capital for your idea business process. Why do you need to raise a capital for your business? Why do you even need funding? Well, funding is one of those great things that you need in order for you to be able to fund your process. Without funding, there's so many things that you cannot do. So let us dive in and see how we can be able to fund your business idea with ease. The first and foremost, what we have over here is a different type of funding. We have bootstrapping, we have friends and family, we have angel investor, we have venture capital, we have crowdfunding, and then we have loan from the bank or from grants. These are ways that you can be able to fund your business. You can use bootstrapping. Bootstrapping is those are kind of fund that you already invest. Let's say like your savings, like the money that you have in your savings. You know, some people start business, they're like, okay, let me tap into my savings, let me tap into my piggy bank, like 401k, IRA, Roth IRA, investment account that you already save somewhere, and it even can even be your life insurance. You know, the bottom line is how you get this money to be able to fund your idea business. So bootstrapping is one of those personal money that you already save by yourself. But wait a minute, do you even have to tap into your own savings before you can fund your ideas? I don't think so, because there's so many ways you can, bring what you have to light. It's very, very fascinating when people major problem is, okay, I think I have, some people will say they have great business plan, great ideas, product to bring the marketplace, but how can I fund it? How can I raise capital? How can I raise money to be able to go about this business? But the idea, and because of that, they find it difficult to even move an inch. They remain the same. They don't want to make a step, and they don't even try to see how they can be able to step out from that shackle of life. Because little thing can hold somebody behind in bringing those great ideas into the marketplace. And those are part of the unknown circumstances that hold many people behind when it comes to entrepreneur. And the journey of entrepreneur is a real struggle. It's every day bossing and awesome, because many things happens in this entrepreneur. You just wake up, you don't even know if either people is going to buy from you. You don't even know if that the idea that you're even bringing to the marketplace what's selling or offering. That is why many times people what if they fund this idea by borrowing money from the bank? Are they sure that they're going to be able to return this money back? And these are part of some challenges that majority of the startup face because of the fear of unknown. So friends and families can be a very great resources to fund your idea by making sure that maybe the people that you have, you share one thing or the other with, reaching out to them, and there's no crimes in asking for help. If you have something great that you want to bring in the marketplace, and you're looking for the one way or the other to be able to make sure that you bring those great things in the marketplace, the best option is to ask for help. And asking for help, you will always find the answer. It's just like you have to knock the door. If you don't knock the door is not going to open. Ask, and it shall be given. Well, I don't go to any theology, not a pastor. Based on what I know, based on my belief, when you ask, you get it. So there's no crime in asking. So tapping into the resources of friends and families might be a great way to fund your dream business. Angel investors. Angel investors might be like other businesses who find interest in what you are bringing on the table. They might invest. It might be individual who has money and they see the type of ideas, they see the type of imagination that you are trying to unveil. They fund it, they fund the business. So venture capital is another one. These are another part of funding that you can even tap into. So there's nothing stopping you from bringing your idea to the marketplace. Funding shouldn't be an issue. The issue there is, how do you bring that great idea, that great product, that great services to people who are ready to pay for it? So I challenge you that funding shouldn't be an option for you not to be able to embrace your calling as an entrepreneur. Then crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is another great way to seek for business, to seek for loan, to seek for grants. And approaching bank. And there's many banks out there who are ready to fund startup, as long as you have all the requirements that bank need. As long as you have all the requirements that the grants, probably you want to apply for grants, and there's many grants out there that you can tap into. So funding shouldn't be an issue when it comes to business process or when it comes to bringing your idea to life. What about all those researchers? They seek for grant from governments. They tap grant from other businesses, other entrepreneurs, other multi-billion companies, whereby they are ready to fund your ideas as long as you have a really great impact, to share. Then again, talking about you can raise fund by doing fundraising. It's another great way to raise fund by creating a very great business plan. Business plan is one of the great things that especially SBA, Small Business Association, they usually look into to fund any idea. Because before they want to give you a loan or a grant, or before they want to merge you with other lenders in their database, they want to make sure that you have a proper business plan. It's part of fundraising. So you don't really need your own self money to make things right. It's all about the idea that you have. It's all about the mindset. It's all about your why. Your why should be more greater than how. So the idea on how you're going to be able to craft this funding seeking is what is going to make you to land a good business proposal. Then not only drafting a business plan is going to be able to make you win these grants. Your pitch, your sales pitch must be very strong, must be appealing. You must be able to convey people and making sure that you convince them, showing that your solution is going to address, humanity challenges. There's a need for your business process. Because if there's no need for your business, how can they fund you? They're not going to fund you. Because nobody wants to invest in something that they won't expect a return on their investments. They want return on their investment. And don't forget, all these people that you are going to be taking this loan from, you have to pay them in return for something. Even if you borrow money from your own personal bank, even if you borrow money from friends and families, what are you giving them back in return for what you borrowed? So funding shouldn't be an issue for you not to be able to, fund your business or bring that idea into the marketplace, because people need your idea, people need your service, people need your discovery, especially in this country that we are in United States of America. Is a capitalist. All we do is we buy and selling. People selling services, selling product. No matter what type of things that you create that you wanted to bring out, do not let funding to hold you back. You need to wake up and step out from your comfort zone. You need to face your fear. If you don't face your fear and allow funding to rule your idea, well, you will be the one to answer that question when the time comes. So funding shouldn't be the major problem that's going to stop you from not getting your idea business out there in the marketplace, because the world needs you. The world literally needs you. They need your service. They need your thing that you create, as long as it addresses people's concerns and solutions. So funding shouldn't be an issue. It's just like if you need something, you always look for a solution to get it. Let's say I want to buy this phone. This iPhone 14 Pro Max. I know it's an old phone, but I want to buy it. Even if I don't have the money, I will tap into the savings that I have. I'll reach out to friends and family. I will ask brothers, sisters, anybody, anywhere I can be able to get the money. Even if for me not to eat for a couple of days, just to save the money. Yes, I'll go ahead and save the money because I need this iPhone. So the same thing, if you have an idea, you have a product, you have a thing that you already create. If that particular thing is going to address people's concern, it's going to mean service humanity, and in return, there's a reward for you, then why should capital hold you back? You need to do everything that it takes you to be able to get those things out there, because those are part of the thing that we are in this life to create. So allowing any obstacles that will make you not to reach or to achieve your aim, your goals, you have to find all alternative solution to be able to conquer. So funding for a business is very crucial, but there's so many ways you can go around it. There's so many ways you can go around business funding. Then maybe you can look at people that you know, like investors. You can identify people that you know, or you reach out to people that you know, ask them that people that they know who can be able to invest in your process, who can be able to invest in your thing, who can be able to invest in what you just discovered, what you are planning to bring to the marketplace. And how do you even approach the investors? What are the ways, what are the process that you need to put together in approaching investor in order for them to contribute towards your success? Because them bringing money out from their pocket is contributing. So you have to understand investors' behavior. If you understand investor behavior, the sky is the beginning, because you get every single dime that you need to fund your business. And there's nothing really bad. If you need a funding for your business, it's your duty to research about investors. Search on the web, reach out, read newspaper, go newspaper, get some newspaper, read some blogs, searching on social media. Do your research, seek. As I say, when you seek, you will find it. Because the answer is awaiting for those who seek. If you don't seek, you can't find it. If you don't do research, how are you going to find investor that is even near you? The investor that is even in your community, those in your neighborhood, those in your town, those in your city, those in your state. So you need to search. There's answer for those who are in search. Because it's just like you knocking. You don't give up until you find a solution. You find the answer. Then you have to build investor relationship. Not that when you find the investors and they will just wake up and give you their money. You must build some communication around them. You must be able to meet, connect, go out there, go to conferences, go to events, attend seminars. Even if you don't, you have to, when you have a business proposal or you have a business idea, you don't sit down in your comfort zone. You need to step out. You need to meet people. You need to interact with people. You need to change contact. You need to network. Because if you don't network, how do you want to build a relationship with people who are out there to help you? So funding shouldn't be an issue when you have a unique business proposition. Funding should be the least, because crafting an idea is very, very tedious. Now, upon you developing the ideas, you have seen how this idea is going to address majority of humanity concern. So why can't you do everything that it takes you, that's going to take you to get that idea out there? You just have to. And the only way you can be able to, if you don't even have funding, let's even agree that you have the funding, you still need more resources. Because resources is the key to every breakthrough when it comes to business. An entrepreneur need them most. So resources cannot be enough for you. Because you want to, bring new things, new invention, latest things into your business to incorporate, to offer more value, to offer more services. to be ahead of your competitors. So, entrepreneur always in demand for resources. So, the idea of you networking, the idea of you building the pool of investors is a paramount, very important. You can't do without it because you need people who is going to stand at the back. We call it the people behind the scene. You have to leverage on your existing contacts and you have to build more contacts. You have to build pool of contacts. People that in case of anything you can reach out to, friends, family, business owner, people in the same industry that you're about to tap into. You must be able to network. You must be able to have all this set of contacts around you because those are your backbone. You can't do anything without them. And by you build yourself around them, they tell you what is going on in the industry. You share knowledge, you share ideas, you share thoughts, you grow along with them, you learn from their experience. So you alone cannot do it as an entrepreneur. You need a lot of people around you. You need other entrepreneurs, people who have the same mind, people who are like-minded together. Then you can be able to tap into their pool of wealth, pool of resources, knowledge, skills. They can tell you what you need to do in order for you to, to scale your business. Then another thing is valuation of your setup. How do you evaluate your setup? How do you negotiate your preparation valuation with an investor? Because now you meet somebody who is ready to invest like $1 million in your business. You have to explain the numbers to them because investor, all they want to hear about is return on their investments. You must be able to explain the number. And if you don't know the numbers, then you don't know nothing. You must know the number. You must be able to analyze the market trend. You must be able to analyze the threats, the opportunity, the challenges, and what are the concerns that you think might be a challenge in the next future. You must be able to share some data, some information, up-to-date information. You must be able to analyze where the business is and where it's going to be in certain period of time and what you envision in bringing into the system, because that is all what the investor care about. Making sure that their high-end money is well secured. They need guarantee, safety, because they cannot just invest money in your brand without no idea of if the business is going to sustain within 2-3 years. Now, investors don't like to lose them. And apart from investors, nobody even wants to lose their resources because they work so hard for these resources. They work so hard for this money. So you must be able to convince them. You must be able to detail and let them know that your money is secure while showing them some data, some information, and something for them to have confidence that if they invest any amount of money, there is a guarantee for them their money back. So it is your duty and responsibilities to prove to the investors that yes, your money invested is well secured. Within this period of time, we should be able to return your money with social amount of interest based on what you guys agree upon. So giving up on business due to lack of funds shouldn't be an issue. The idea is how can you raise the fund? What are the strategies apart from you tapping into your own personal resources, into your own personal savings, into your own hard-earned money to fund your business? There's many ways you can fund your business. You must be able to negotiate properly, because if you don't know how to negotiate properly with the investor, that's another problem. Because the investor is going to be asking you numerous questions. Is your responsibility to protect the interest of your core business and your brand, making sure that regardless of the funding that the investor is going to be depositing into your account and the proceeds that you're going to be paying back is worth it. Not dashing them the entire business revenue or all the profit that the business is supposed to make. You just give to the investor because you need the money to just bring your idea to the marketplace. No, you must be able to know how to negotiate very well, because as a business owner, all these skills is what you must be able to do. And that's why we have one of our coaching program. We teach entrepreneur how to negotiate deals, and it's one of those skills that an entrepreneur need. You must be able to negotiate. You must be able to look straight into the investor's eyes and tell them what you can afford to give them and what is fair for them to receive based on their investments. And making sure that you meet up with those great stuff is another. Because you can promise investor anything can happen to the markets, especially if you don't have a proper data. So that's another concern as well. That is why you must be able to do your own due diligence when offering investor return over their money, over their investments. Then you need to watch for red flag. You must be able to watch for red flag. You must be able to know how to identify red flags when you are seeking for funding, because not all fundings are good. Some fundings might even cripple your net payout, whereby, let's just for instance, you go to a bank. Probably the bank is giving you just like credit card for that matter. Interest rate on traditional loan is okay, but interest rate on credit card is weird. Let's say for instance, maybe Capital One or Chase Bank. You get their credit card. They say, well, this credit card you can use it for 12 months, and they put maybe like $10,000 or $20,000 or call any amount. They put inside the credit card. Now you go ahead and they tell you, they put it, black and white, that if you spend this credit card after 12 months, you will pay 45% APR. My friend, you better pay that money before the 12 months that you use that money. Because if you don't pay that money before the 12 months, you'll be slammed with a big interest rate. Yeah, it's always high. Compared to traditional loan, they probably give you like 8%, 7%. The credit card is one of the nice means. Like, I don't really encourage entrepreneurs to use credit card as a startup. But now, don't get me wrong, other people's money is the best money that you can even ever use to build wealth. Because you can take this money and make sure of this money and return it within the time frame while you leave your home money, and they charge you fraction on that. So, and again, there's many credit cards that you can use that when you use them, they pay you for you even using it. Cashback. But as a startup, your business, because in order for you to qualify for those kind of business credit card, there is a lot of turnover that your business is supposed to, like inflow of cash flow, and all those things. But as a startup, you might not be able to have access to great product like that until you have been in the game, in the business, you have made many transactions, and your financial institution have seen that, yes, you are trustworthy for them to give that kind of offer. So I don't really encourage startup to take a credit card if there's no means for them to pay within the set period of time, which is probably 12 months, 24 months. We have seen some credit card, especially like Chase Bank. I'm not promoting Chase Bank, but I think they're very good for a startup due to what they offer. So that's another question. Another thing. Another topic of another day. Now, another ways to fund your business might be equity and ownership. You might decide to meet anybody, friends, family, investors, and give them equity over what amount of money they are willing to invest in your business. Just like I have a friend of mine, he just built a platform, like a software company, and is looking for a co-owner. So, and he approached me. I'm talking about something of like last week. So he just built this platform. It's like a CRM platform, and he told me, he said, Jeffrey, I said, yes. He said, I've been knowing you for a while. I built this platform, and we are looking for a funder. He said, can you be a co-owner? I said, okay, what should I do as a co-owner? He told me that, yes, all what we are looking for is if you bring so amount of money, you can be a co-owner. And then you get 30% on the business. So I told them, I said, 30%? Why 30%? They say yes. So, and I look at it as like, well, let me think about it. If the 30% is going to be a very great option for me. So far, 30% is not bad, but I'm bringing in a huge amount of money into like what it's requesting for. So my own idea is like, okay, if you can give me 45%, I think I'll take it with the amount that you want me to bring in upfront. So structuring ownership and shares is very great thing when it comes to business funding, because it gives you another leeway. Because when you just bring an idea, let me say a business, you need funding to do many things. Now, working with a lot of vendors, investors who can be able to quickly and easily bring your idea to the marketplace is a plus, is a really, really plus. So funding shouldn't be an issue. It's just how you can tap into that resources. That should be your main goal. And if you do your own maths very well, your own due diligence very well, yes, you'll be able to accomplish that. Then you have to factor in legal and compliance issue. There's so many legal consideration when it comes to funding, like fundraising. You must be able to make sure that you meet with like a legal personnel, like attorney, who is going to draft a reputable contract that's going to bind you, anybody who is bringing that funding into your table. Because things goes wrong, especially when for a startup, when you don't follow the proper channel, the proper process, people can easily take advantages of any startup, any newbies. So that is why you need to consult, and comply with all the rules and regulations that surround security laws. Because the money that they are giving you or the fund they are giving you is just like a security, it's a surety, and this money must be repaid back with interest. So pay yourself by making sure that you comply with all the rules and regulations, making sure that your contract is well drafted by a knowledgeable person is very important. Then you must be able to know how to create a financial model, like making sure that you have a robust financial model, like your keep your document accurate. When people put their money in your possession, your principal must be intact. You can hire a CPA, you can hire a bookkeeping firm who monitors, and handle all your spendings and income. That way, at the end of the year or at the end of the term, you have a proper record. And again, do not commingle funds. Make sure that you treat business fund like a business fund. Very important. Do not commit fund. Use business fund for business fund. You must be able to understand storytelling. Storytelling is one of the great ways to persuade the investor. Before the storytelling, don't forget that we mentioned the idea of proper financial keeping. Now, when you are doing fundraising, you must have a very great storytelling, because if you don't have a great storytelling, it's very hard for investors to come in and donate their money. So your storytelling must be captivating. Your storytelling must really narrate the need for the funding. So not only that, you must have persuasive communication. These are little tricks when you want to fund anything, any business. You must be able to put all these resources together, because out there is not that friendly. They don't even care about you. They don't even care about your thing. They don't care about my thing either. But for you to be able to understand their language, you must fasten your seatbelt tight. And as I said, those information, those resources are out there. It doesn't stop you. It shouldn't stop you for not bringing your discovery out. You need to step out and make things happen. You have to make sure that you leverage on online platform. I think we'll talk about that. Check out what are the funding that is going on in the marketplace. What are the kind of funding that is out there that can be accessible to the type of industry that you choose to. So platform can be a very great way for you. Like all the crowdfunding platform, you have to, register and be part of their member. And one of the platforms that I think people usually go, even grants, grant.gov, Crush Bay, people get funding, startup get funding, ideas, fund different kind of ideas, different kind of projects. So you can tap into all those resources as a startup. Then you have to be able to managing investor expectation. Because the investors they are taxed. They already taxed you to work on their behalf. Their resources is in your care. So meeting their demands in terms of expectation, like if you agree that this set of return is what you are getting on your investment at the quarter, is your due responsibilities to be able to make sure that the investor gets what they desire, because you pledge loyalty to them. You pledge loyalty that, hey, as you give me this, your fund, your resources, I pledge my loyalty that I'm going to manage it properly, accurately, transparent, and in return, I will give you back an interest over your resources. So pledging loyalty is a huge tax, because you must be able to work yourself real good, as they are not joking with their resources. So it is your duty to wake up and strategize, how can we make $1 and triple it, multiply them, let the $1 that they give you yield more, because that is what the investor wants to hear. How can the $1 yield $100? Investors love to hear that English. They love that kind of great songs, because when they make money, when you make money, they make money. When you don't make money, they are losing and they are ready to pull out. They are not going to wait for you at all. The moment the agreement reach, they will tell you that we are pulling out. But if your business is making money, is making revenue, they are ready to reinvest, because you are making them money. But if you don't make them money, they will literally pull back. Now, where's the capital for you to run the business? That's why you see a lot of companies, they shut down. Some startup can just rise up in less than 5 years, boom, because people behind the scenes have already pulled back their resources. And once they pull back their resources, it affects the human labor, because there's some certain set of people who is already identified, attached to the company. But now, they cannot be able to know more. So that is one of the major reasons where we need to step up and not only looking at where or how we're going to get funding, because funding is everywhere. It depends on how you can tap in those resources. And the resources is there. Another ways of getting funding is called, traditional fundraising, which is, it might be like a revenue-based share. So let's take, for instance, like partnership, joint venture. Like I have an idea, you have the money. I once remember back in 2000 and what? I think 2015, a friend of mine called me to a business. I have no idea of this business, but I have the capital. And they called me and say, Mr. Cole, I say yes. He said, I have this business idea. This is how the business works. This is how you to do. But your responsibility is capital, and you need to run the day-to-day activities with every support that you need. And I was like, oh wow, that's great. That is great. Awesome. Show me. And he showed me the numbers. I love numbers. He showed me the numbers. Said, this is what you have to do, this is what you have to do, this is how we're going to do it. And if you do it like this is what we should expect. And the next thing is, okay, lock me in. And we do revenue sharing. We are partners for like, I think 3 or 4 years. And after that, I've already mastered the business very well. And he told me you can do the same thing. And I go ahead and I do the same thing. It literally gave me go ahead to do it, because I run everything from A to Z. And I understand the business very well. But I was only opportune to join the business because I have the resources. I have the financial strength. But I don't have the knowledge. I don't have the experience. But I was trained. So even though you don't have access to capital, you don't have access to funding, but you can tap into different areas of business funding. You can go into partnership. Partner with your brothers, partner with your friends, families, friends, relatives, to make sure that you stay out from that comfort zone and bring your idea business to light. Do not let funding to hold you behind, because that can be considered unforeseen events. But if you challenge it and say, hey, funding, whatever thing it takes me to fund this, my idea business, I will make sure I do it. Then the idea will keep flowing. The resources will keep, surfacing. And the next thing you do is you pursue it. You take the one that you think you are capable to handle. And before you know it, the sky is the beginning. If you know that you cannot be able to reach some certain area, the best thing you need to do is to call for help, either in the industry, people who know more than you in that industry, friends, family, anybody that you know that they can be able to guide you through in order for you to tap into those resources. Call for help. As you can see, that you already gain more knowledgeable, you already gain more process on how you can be able to fund your business idea. Don't let anything to stop you when it comes to bringing your idea business to light. If you know that this video offer you some great information, you learn one or two things from this video, do not forget to share it, like it, drop comments if needed. And if you know you have people who you want to share the video with, who's going to benefit in one way or the other, do not hesitate to share with them, and together we'll win the race. Thank you, and I look forward to see you in our upcoming video. Stay tuned and stay blessed by the best. Peace.